Welcome back, everyone, to Your English Buddy, the podcast where we break down the English language that you actually hear on the internet, not the English you're bored by in a textbook. I'm Alex.
And I'm Chloe. If this is your first time listening, we are so happy to have you. Please take 1 second and hit that subscribe or follow button. We post new episodes every week to help you understand the real, fast, and often very confusing world of modern English.
And confusing is definitely the word for today's topic. Chloe, you brought this one to me, and it is a big one.
Ugh, it's so big. I'm completely lost. My feed, my friends, my group chats, everyone is suddenly in an era.
An era. Yes, they are.
Last week, my friend Sarah, who is the sweetest person I know, burned a batch of cookies and posted a picture with the caption, "I'm in my villain era, demon emoji."
A villain for burning cookies?
Right? And then my other friend James quit his terrible job and posted a week-long story of him just making pottery. He said he was entering his healing era. And then I saw a post on TikTok about a girl who just wants to stay home and read, and she said she's in her quiet era.
Okay, so we've got a villain era, a healing era, and a quiet era.
What is happening? When I was in school, an era was, the Victorian era or the Jurassic era. It was like 100 years long. Now it seems to be a Tuesday? For our Your English Buddy listeners, this must be a total mystery. What does it mean to be in an era?
You have summed it up perfectly. And you're right, this is a fantastic example of how language evolves. It's a process we call semantic shift, or more specifically, semantic shrinking.
Semantic shrinking? Okay, Professor Alex, break that down for us.
Class is in session. The word era, ERA, traditionally means a very long, distinct period of history defined by a major society-wide event or figure, like you said, the Victorian era. It's massive, it's public.
Right. It's not about me and my burned cookies.
Exactly. But on the internet, we have semantically shrunk this word. We've taken this massive historical concept and made it personal, small, and temporary. An era is no longer a century. It's a mindset. It's a personal chapter of your life.
So it's like a new way to say I'm in a phase?
It's similar to phase, but era feels more intentional. A phase is something you go through. An era is something you declare.
Ooh, that's a good distinction. It's more powerful.
It's way more powerful. It's you being the main character of your own life, which we've talked about. You are the protagonist, and you are naming the current chapter of your story.
Where did this even come from? Did we all just wake up and decide this?
It's been bubbling for a while, but it absolutely exploded because of pop culture, specifically pop stars. Think about artists like Taylor Swift.
Ah, the Eras Tour.
Bingo, the Eras Tour, where every one of her albums isn't just a record, it's a distinct visual, emotional, and stylistic era. Her Reputation era is dark and angry. Her Lover era is bright and pink. We've all learned to categorize art and life this way, so now we do it for ourselves.
Wow. Okay, that makes so much sense. We're all the pop stars of our own lives.
We're all in our era's era.
Okay, so let's get into the specifics because this is the part I really need help with. Let's start with the big one. My friend Sarah and her cookies. The villain era. What does that mean? It doesn't sound very nice.
This is by far the most interesting one, and it's not what it sounds like. For most people, the villain era is not about being evil. It's not about hurting people or burning cookies.
So she's not actually a villain.
No, the villain era is a reaction against people-pleasing.
Ooh, explain people-pleasing.
A people pleaser is someone who always tries to make others happy. They say yes to everything even when they're tired. They don't set boundaries. They worry constantly about what others think of them.
Okay, I think I And a lot of our listeners might be people pleasers.
It's very common. So the villain era is when you finally decide to stop. It's you deciding that your needs are important. It's when you start saying no to things you don't want to do, setting healthy boundaries, prioritizing your own mental health and sleep, not apologizing for simply existing.
So you're becoming the villain in someone else's story just because you're no longer doing everything they want you to do.
Exactly. You're no longer their good, quiet, obedient friend. You're now the villain because you have your own needs. So it's an empowering, feminist-coded term. It's about reclaiming your power.
Okay, that's a much better way to think about it. But I have a feeling there's a bad side to it, too.
You're right. There is a toxic version. Some people use "I'm in my villain era" as an excuse to just be a jerk.
Like the guy on the train we talked about in the main character episode?
Exactly. I'm not being rude. I'm in my villain era. No, you're just being rude. But for most people, it's about healthy boundaries. So your friend Sarah, her burning the cookies was a joke. She was saying, I'm not even going to feel bad about this. I'm not going to be a perfect person. I failed, and I'm okay with it. That's the villain era.
Okay, I get it. That's actually really cool. What about the other one? James and his pottery. The healing era. This one seems more straightforward.
It is. The healing era is exactly what it sounds like. It's a period of time, usually after something difficult, where you are actively focused on healing yourself.
Like a bad breakup?
A bad breakup is the classic example, but it could also be healing from a toxic job, a period of intense stress or burnout, grief after losing someone, or just healing from your own bad habits.
So what do you do in a healing era?
Well, apparently you make pottery.
But really, it's anything that is good for you. It's self-care. It's journaling, therapy, exercise, eating well, sleeping 8 hours, spending time in nature, or learning a new peaceful skill. It's the opposite of the villain era, in a way. It's quiet, it's soft, it's internal. And there are so many others, right? I've seen study era, hater era.
Hater era is a funny one. It's when you just decide you're going to be critical and grumpy for a while. But yes, the formula is simple. You just take a noun or a verb and add era. Study era, you're not going out, you're just focusing on your exams. Quiet era, you're off social media, reading books, and being introspective. Reputation era, another Taylor Swift one. You're not trusting anyone, and you're just focused on your goals. It's an infinitely flexible piece of slang.
Okay, so this brings me to the most important question, Alex. How does this connect to our Your English Buddy listeners? This is all cool to know, but how can it help them?
I am so glad you asked. This is my favorite part. This era mindset is the perfect tool for language learners.
How so?
Because learning a language is a long, long journey. And it's not all one thing. It has chapters. It has eras.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Right? Think about your own learning journey. You're not always the same kind of student. So you can use this concept to define your goals and be kind to yourself. For example,
What would be a learning era?
you could be in your brave speaking era. This is your version of a villain era. You've decided, I don't care if I make mistakes. I don't care if my accent is perfect. I am going to talk. You are the villain to your own fear.
I love that. I'm in my brave speaking era. That's so powerful.
Or maybe you're in your deep study era. You're like, you know what, for the next month, I'm not going to parties. I am going to master the past perfect tense. I'm going to do my reps. I'm going to do my flashcards. It's a focused, quiet time.
That's like the quiet era and study era combined.
Exactly. Or maybe you're in the input era. You're just consuming. You're not stressing about speaking. You're in your healing era from bad classroom experiences. You're just watching movies, listening to music, and letting the language wash over you. You're just healing and absorbing.
This is brilliant, Alex. It gives you permission to be the kind of learner you need to be right now, instead of feeling guilty that you're not doing everything all at once.
That's the key. You can't be in your brave speaking era and your deep study era and your healing era all at the same time. You have to pick your chapter. You get to be the main character and name it.
So, to everyone listening, I guess that's our big question for you. That's our challenge.
It is. We want you to think about it. Right now, in your journey, what English learning era are you in?
Are you in your brave speaking era, where you're just going for it? Are you in your quiet study era, just hitting the books? Or are you in your healing era, just learning to love the language again?
Go to the comments section on YouTube, Spotify, our blog, wherever you are listening, and declare your era. Let us and the whole community know. It's a way of making a promise to yourself.
I love that. And I'm going to declare mine. I think I'm in my curious era. I'm just trying to find all these weird new slang terms for Alex to explain to me.
And I'm in my proud teacher era because you all are doing great.
Aw. That's all the time we have for today. We hope this breakdown helped you understand why everyone is suddenly in an era.
If you had a light bulb moment, please share this episode with a friend. It's the best way to support the channel. And don't forget to subscribe to Your English Buddy.
We'll catch you in the next one, whatever era it may be.